Hey, so I was thinking we could skip the meeting
today and go straight to wasting time. How does that sound? Hello? Where is everyone? What's this? Look at this.
I already called Miss Introvert for the day. Inspiration.
You can't just call Miss Introvert. What kind of a bargain is that? And where's E if she's not even here? Oh yeah, she was taking a leave of absence because she realized her work wasn't up to par last meeting. She has no idea how dramatic she is. Huh. Guess I'll work behind the scenes in the closet then. I wonder what they're doing up there that's so important without me. Only one way to find out.
This is amazing. See what brainstorming and writing down ideas actually does for you? I told you you wouldn't regret writing today.
You were not wrong. Every piece of potential that I've written today makes me want to go back and read it again for the first time, even though I haven't even written it yet. But I want to read it out loud.
Like voice acting.
Yeah, like voice acting. I would be great at voice acting. I should voice act. I mean, I play all of you pretty well, right?
Yes, but you need to stop breaking the fourth wall, dear.
Sorry. I mean, you all knew that though, right? Right?
Yes, I don't think anyone assumes you are a part of a set of quadruplets. That's a lot of children.
That is a lot of children. We should have a character who's part of a set of quadruplets. Maybe more.
And they disguise as each other and run a con business.
Okay, this needs to be a whole other side story in the works.
We can throw it into the story, can we?
Would it fit into a dark fantasy setting? I didn't see why not. Me neither. Oh, this is so fun. Okay, so back on track. After the MC falls into the Forgotten Pit, she encounters a shadow, and we both know who that is.
Yes, of course we do. What about the quadruplet con business? Where did we leave off on that again?
Oh, we can talk about that later. We're almost at the climax. Okay, so the light has to go out to defeat the darkness, and the battle is going to be legendary between the
That's so far away, isn't it? I think we need to set our sights on the obvious plot device.
If anything, that's a subplot device that I'm still considering even putting in this series. We could save it for our Victorian steampunk thriller horror genre. That is certainly a genre.
So it is.
Why are you being weird?
What? I'm not being weird. You're being weird. The light defeats the darkness. Let's go.
No, if there are notes you'd like to make, I'd love to hear them.
I am your inspiration, darling. I don't give notes. That's E's job. And you're sitting in her chair.
I am, aren't I? Well, you can certainly express your opinions on what you'd like to happen.
Really?
Yes, really. You're the only reason we can have these brainstorming sessions. Plus the vacation I just took.
True. Well, when I look at the plot right now, I see a straight line. Maybe it's a little bit curvy, but it has little lines that veer off of it that become subplots and side characters. And they have more meaning than the words we could ever express.
Well, there's only so much we can put into a brainstorming entry. It's not like I can fit the entirety of J.R.R. Tolkien's imagination in here. Though I would love to see the world through his eyes.
As would I. But my point is, every time we come up with a new idea, I always feel like we need to incorporate it into the story. Even if it doesn't fit into it, or if it doesn't relate to the main plot, I just feel as though we need it so it would seem more real, and more fun, and more expansive. Does that make any sense?
Yeah, I mean, I know how you feel, being that we share a writing mind. And if it makes the story more real, we can add in the quadruplet con men or women. It is a great idea.
Of course we can. But then again, there's always E that might come and make the changes that I don't necessarily want her to make. And I don't want to talk badly about her behind her back, but the changes she makes don't always agree with me. We saw in the last episode, part 1, right? You all saw that.
Then you should talk to her about it. It's not too late. I'm not even published yet.
I do thank procrastination for that sometimes. What can I say except you're welcome?
She's a sweetheart, you know. Don't tempt me to watch a show or read a book now. This is much too entertaining. Now let's get back to brainstorming and worry about the editing part later. What? I just always feel like she's listening into our every conversation.
But she's not even here.
I know that. But again, we all share the same writing mind. Anyway, where did we leave off last?
The final battle. We're right at the beginning of it.
What is it now?
I just don't feel like outlining this anymore. I don't know what it is, but now I have a new idea that supersedes this one.
Brainstorming can go wherever we want it to. What did you have in mind?
The quadruplets. They need their own story, whether it's one of them or all of them or some of them within different perspectives. I don't know. Maybe even more sets of these quadruplets. I don't know. But has that ever been done before in the history of literature?
Okay, this calls for some research.
Onward with our random side story.
Well, that turned out poorly. Can you start over after you lose?
Hi, introverted writing community. I just wanted to share with you guys what exactly that video was because, I felt like while I was editing it, which I'm doing right now, that it was a little bit confusing. My computer is making a really weird sound right now. I don't know what it is, but that video was basically about the brainstorming process, at least the one that I have a lot of the time, and the fact that brainstorming can really go anywhere. And sometimes you feel like if you veer off the outline that you've made or the actual plot that you have in your head, it might feel like you're procrastinating about actually writing the book. Over there! Sometimes feels like procrastination if I'm going through subplots, but it's not. In brainstorming sessions, you can go anywhere you want to in your mind and make sure you write everything down because those ideas will come in handy later, I promise. So I wanted to show that perspective of myself and of my inspiration who's sitting in my chair this week. That is my 2 cents that I am going to condense into a smaller message because it's now 1 minute and 44, 45, 46 seconds. Stay basic.